Area Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
Because Stu Jason, my partner that I started doing the films with, that nigga ended up writing for Aaron McGruder, my nigga. That nigga ended up working for Aaron McGruder.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and through his relationship with Aaron McGruder, you know, I made a relationship with Aaron McGruder.
That's crazy.
And everything else, you know, Black Jesus started as a sketch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I met Aaron McGruder through Jason. Aaron had an idea for some shit. Jason,
and these are squares.
Yeah.
See, and the reason I'm stopping you to say that because a lot of the young niggas don't understand how important it is to have square friends. Like,
absolutely.
They think it's all about having the niggas that can't help you in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take that back. If Jay hear this, I don't want Jay to.
No, like, when I say
Jay
square,
Jay actually from the Bay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he a square in that regard. He wasn't like on that Crip blood.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
he ain't outside tripping.
Yeah,
like
he wasn't outside tripping. No, he's always been an intellectual type motherfucker. Well, he is from the Bay, from Berkeley, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he is.
But I just wanted to make sure because it would be the same thing if he was here. Like if I'm outside, because what I used to do, I'd be right out here selling crack, heroin. Yeah, but I got a partner that ain't doing that. Like, come grab me. Let's just smoke some joints and do some weird shit.
In that regard, he was.
Let's go.
Then come back to the hood also.
Right. He very much a square in that regard, and proud of it. And I'm glad I had all types of friends, and and I always leaned more towards them. I was always fascinated with this street shit.
Yeah.
I always fascinated with it. But I skated close enough to it where I could say I never got burned, but I got singed. I got singed like a motherfucker, but I never got burned. Okay. But I always kind of. I always kind of lean more towards my creative and thinker type friends and my square friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I always kept some of those, and I keep some because I'm a square. I'm a nerd. I'm a blurred. I'm good enough to say right now. I'm a crippin' ass nerd. I like drones. You know what I'm saying? I like big bucks and bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I like smoking some weed. I enjoy a dice game or two, an occasional fade if necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like my computer. You know what I'm saying? I love my kids. You know what I'm saying? I like digital art. You know what I'm saying? I cook. I bake cakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? I do all kinds of shit.
What's up with that
but I'm not
everything you make?
Hey, man, what you want, man? What you want, man? I hook it up, nigga.
Strawberry thing. We coming to LA for one of them.
I hook it up, nigga.
You be really selling the motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. Now you asked me what I was doing. Go back to that. Nigga, what I was doing in all that time, nigga, how I was getting corn, nigga, I was never no baller, nigga, never with the Maybachs and the money and the big keys and never seen no large amounts of money. I've never been that nigga and I'd be the first motherfucker to say. Sure. But again, I always was cool for a little petty lick here and there, sometime good 3,500. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You were surviving.
Yeah,
but a lot of these niggas, and see, back then, like, and you come from a generation that kind of like niggas it be some fake niggas that be capping out of turn, but you come from a generation where a nigga will pull your card eventually. We live in an era where everything fake. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If like a nigga be shining in a picture and you look 10 steps behind him in his picture and it's just something so fucked up, be like, this nigga life can't be right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that's the generation we live in. But I just getting out of that. So it literally went from your partner Jason and Aaron getting down to them bringing you in to the sketches of Black Jesus.
And Aaron had the relationship with Comedy Central?
With Adult Swim.
But before that, you niggas is literally on YouTube because I'm going to tell you something. When we saw it, I said, and it's bringing us right back to the controversial shit when we talk about Lil Nas X and all that. Playing with religion is very, like, you know how black people is about Jesus. They hated y'all. I thought it was the funniest shit in the world. I was sending it to old people on Facebook on purpose. Because I knew they would be tight about that shit.
I sent it to my mama.
I sent it to my mama.
I'm like, Mom, what you think about this dude right here? I said, because something about it, I like it. Something about it, I was drawn to it.
Because, listen.
You know why? Because it was the message of today.
Exactly.
It was a message that a motherfucker in our demographic. See, again, that Black Jesus, I think originally, he's for everybody. However, he spoke more directly to the people of our demographic. To, like, come on, man.
It's just like the song "What If God Was One of Us."
I ain't gonna lie, man. I again, another moment I'm getting goosebumps because real niggas relate. Real niggas fuck with that. Real niggas have told me niggas is getting money. Niggas that I emulate, they're getting money. The niggas that have knocked down some niggas for being disrespectful. Yeah. Niggas tell me, nigga, that's my Jesus.
Right.
That's the one you can relate.
Jesus ride with me like that.
Yes. And that make me I'm honored. I'm humbled to hear that shit.
It's so funny that you said that because I never heard you talk about it in that light, right? But I was like, because I always say, is this nigga being funny or is this a real message? Because when I'm watching the shit, I'm like, nah, my nigga, he'll say some shit and some of that shit'll be a parody of like a scripture of like, you know, turning water to wine or some of that shit. But a lot of that shit he's saying like, no, I love all y'all, or you know, like Jesus being in like this nigga could just snap his finger and cut, but he gonna go through exactly what you going through, how you going through it. Like it's like the message. And when I ain't gonna lie, when I hear young pastors, I'm talking about them young niggas that's how they talk though. Yeah, that's how they fuck with it. Like
people wasn't understanding the concept that it's the modern day Jesus. So back then, Jesus walked with the people.
Keep it funky,
Jesus was in the hood with the people back then.
Tupac they say Jesus was a kind man. That he should understand times in this crime land. This nigga, if he understands, he speaks. If he understands, he's able to communicate in the same way. And I think that's what's happening. Again, that old fire and brimstone speech, you know, that we grew up on, no disrespect to it, but that's the old English way, the old way that niggas need to hear it the way they understand, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
New King James Version.
Jesus understands, dog. He understands, nigga, you out here, it's hard, nigga. He know what you going through, but look, my nigga, I believe we got a different mission on earth as black people. Yeah, the shit is stacked against us because we great. We great as a motherfucker.
Right.
We great. Right. And the shit is stacked up against us, and we got a different mission. We got to stay resilient and stand tall, my man, and become better. And we are. We are. It's gonna take something catastrophic for it to happen, but we gonna come better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did it take a minute for the white folks before you got to Comedy Central? Was it when you were still on YouTube? How much hesitation since you're using the Black Jesus and the was it like do we gotta gamble with this?
I don't know what was going on their end or what they was thinking about it, but it went from like 08 to 14. It took like 6 years for Black Jesus to come to fruition.
That shit was on point though.
That shit was fire.
That shit was so funny, and it was like because like I told you earlier, I watched that YouTube grind. I watched Issa Rae YouTube grind, and I was always highly interested in people making film or content. Like I always like the shit the Desi Banks niggas and all them doing now.
Yeah, and shout out to all them niggas, man. Rap, let me say that real quick, man. I appreciate you putting me in the same sentence with Issa Rae and Desi Banks. Them some hardworking motherfuckers. Like a lot of the shit I've been in, I've never really went hard on my own shit as much as you. Those are other people's projects and things I've been blessed to be a part of. But I have yet to be a creator like of they magnitudes. That Issa Rae, she got grind.
What do you think you can attribute that to? You think it's because of like the politics in the game? Because is this a certain thing as being too much of a real nigga, right?
Politics, yeah.
Because this shit we could do. It's shit people call me about with our podcast that we could do, and I'll be like, nah, because I don't want to compromise.
I can dig that too. I think the biggest thing for me, man, I need a crew, and I need a crew of people around me that, like, I got a lot of people that love me, a lot of homies, but everybody ain't into what I do. I need a crew of like-minded motherfuckers around me to keep the cameras running, keep cutting shit. Again, I'm not much of a sit down and write some shit. I'm like, follow me.
Let's go.
Let's go. Some wild shit gonna happen. And we gonna make some shit out of it. You know. So
which to me is what we was talking about earlier with these phones and all the shit was the power of technology. You can do that. Like you don't literally have to jot down a sketch on paper to get creative with phones, nigga. It's like cut that shit out. It didn't work. Let's go.
I think my life interesting enough, and you know what I'm saying. Being able right here talking on the No Voltage podcast, you know what I'm saying, on the rap. You know,
big for me. You know that's now you here with us.
It's
Come
here,
on, man. We have you.
It's all good. So you know, it's I think I think it's a lane for this right now for niggas of a certain age. When I say niggas, I mean I don't no disrespect to black people at all, but I mean the brothers of a certain age. We up here, the survivors of the game. I like to call niggas of a certain age. We winners. You know what I'm saying? If you survive the game, if you get this age and you can level out and mellow, if you can get this age with no enemies and no jacket, you know what I'm saying? And be able to walk the street with your head high, you won the game. Ain't no need to go back fucking with the game.
I got it. You always remind me of things that I want to ask you when you say shit. So when you say get to this level of the game, I've heard you have your opinion without no jacket. I heard you have your opinion on 6ix9ine. Mm-hmm. And what is your opinion on that whole situation? I'm talking about overall. Like, so 6ix9ine going to jail, getting out. Niggas knew that the young people was gonna fuck with him regardless. They don't come from our era, right? They don't even come from selling drugs on the streets, right? They don't know nothing about the ethics and the morals of that, right?
They're using the drugs.
So he comes home, he gets into it with all of these rappers. He's now being managed by Wack 100. In your opinion, what should the game have shunned him out, or is it cool for gangsters to fuck with him and get money off of him?
My opinion is that gangsters shouldn't pay attention to him. Gangsters should not deal with the nigga. Gangsters don't deal with no rats. Gangsters don't pay attention to him. Gangsters don't give him no light. Gangsters don't give him no shine. You bad enough, you get in the past.
These gangsters are trying to reword the snitching and make it that he wasn't snitching.
I don't even think they trying to reword it, because they know real niggas see through it, right? So I think that they just plainly saying, fuck it, we getting money.
Yeah.
Well, but first they had to justify that he wasn't a gangster, he was a civilian.
And which is false, because civilian or not, whether you recognize that nigga as a real validated member or not, he identified as such. And as a civilian, you grown enough to know what you doing, boy.